Hello, my makeup loving friends. How's it going? Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hello. My name is Teresa. With me, I have the fabulous Gaia. Now, we started filming this almost 2 hours ago, and we figured we had so much to talk about, we're going to actually split it into 2 videos. Lucky you. So anyways, I'm putting Gaia's details down at the bottom. You know the general drill. Do please follow her in a nice way, not in a creepy way. You know, this is not a remake of you. We don't want that. So it is shitty reviews or reviews of shit. So if you see any interesting reviews, do go and tag either myself or Gaia in these, and we will curate it and bequeath them unto you in a loving way. But straight into the questionable reviews. Let's do this. Urban Decay. This is actually from the Becca site, and this is from Anonymous. The internet group is finally getting into makeup. It's very exciting. We knew they were into that all along. Underneath that mask is a fully beat face. I mean, I've been saying it for years. Been saying it for years. So this says poorly designed palette. Despite the models clearly shown wearing the colors that are not for the eye area, there are great big warning signs all over the palette for us not to use it that way. The warning signs make the palette less fun, and I really think this is just poor design. I sent the palette back without ever having used it. I mean, look, I will say, I remember when the Urban Decay Electric came out initially, there were pigments in that and they stained the eye area and people got really annoyed about that. So I think Urban Decay overcorrected and then we're like, no, don't do this. But like, we're at that point now where we know that these things are going to stay in our eyes and we just kind of go, oh well, I want to be a pretty pink flamingo today.
Oh no, my eyelids are stained green. Oh, blue. Oh no. Oh no, this is not what I do every day anyway. Like,
yeah, and I mean, it's not like this is a neutral palette. This is a colorful palette. So like, if you buy this, presumably you have interest in colorful shades already, so you have an idea possibly of how these work. So I just find it interesting that they didn't kind of understand that they're pigments as opposed to shadows, and it's not that they're not safe to use. It's
yeah,
just color.
you also don't want to put them like in your eye. I mean, but that's the same anything really. Like, there's not really.
We're not meant to put them in our eyes.
Oh, did you not get the memo? I forgot to send it. You're also not supposed to eat them.
But they're delicious.
I know.
After dinner.
The green tastes like sadness. Green would not taste of sadness. Green would taste like cupcakes.
Yeah, just like an early morning, and like there's that crisp, fresh air, and you can smell the dew on the grass.
Yeah.
That's what.
I mean, the thing is, as well, is that they have to, like, legally, if things are not supposed to be put in your eye, they have to do a disclaimer, right? Yeah. And I get if they meant that, you know, the warnings mean that you're a bit cautious about using them near the eye. Okay, I understand that, but the warning signs make the palette less fun. That the way that's worded makes it sound like them putting warnings on it, like, means it's not, like, as cool or fun. And it's like, that's a weird, specific.
I mean, and I will say there's a lot of products that we buy every day that have warning signs on them. Like, if you buy bleach, they have warning signs of like, don't ingest.
You buy alcohol, if you drink too much, if you're pregnant, blah, 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 blah. Use at your will.
It just seems like a funny thing to kind of, and then, you know, to buy it and then return it before even trying it. I mean, I have this palette. I have that and I have the electric, and this dupes the electric. I'm kind of like, lads, you needed to push the boat. That's more my criticism of this palette.
However, 80, presuming it's, I don't know,
about £40.
Yeah, then that, you know, that's a lot to have bought a palette and not researched it very well and then say, oh, I don't like this, I'm going to return it. Like, people, that's a general thing, I think, in this like age of like buying stuff, loads of stuff, is you should just be a bit more like mindful and careful with what you buy. This is the Hourglass Arch Brow Micro Sculpting Pencil in travel size. This is 1 star. Micro means micro. It's a size issue. Whilst knowing I was spending 16 quid on a travel size brow product, I was not expecting something shorter than a Vogue cigarette, which I'm sure I'll burn through just as fast. Product comes out like a butterfly's tongue and is just as ineffectual. That's £16 for a whisper of brown paste that I'm too scared to use firmly in case the whole thing crumbles into an expensive compost. No one needs a travel brow product when a pencil is the size of a pencil. It's my own fault, but really there should be a photo of it being held, which doesn't exist because everyone would realize how stupid it is and how silly it would be to pay money for a sample size. I bought this because it takes me so long to go through a brow product. This would last a week at best. They still get hungry, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm gonna say they write beautifully. Like, they would do well in an English class. Like, they'd become
very nice metaphors and descriptive language.
Imagery, you know, butterfly kiss. I mean, interesting. Interesting. I mean, I kind of get where they're coming from. Like, £16 is a lot for some
size as well. Like,
well, they're saying it's not even that it's travel size. They're saying it's sample size.
Yeah. So like, but also one thing I would say, if you're going to go down the creative writing route, butterflies, I think it's their proboscis, not their tongue. But that's not what we're here to talk about.
She'll send on notes.
Yeah, I'll send you notes after class.
Yeah. But like,
well, silly. At least they realised this was silly of them.
Yeah, and I think it's actually a fairly fair criticism. I mean, let's be real. We've seen how much Hourglass are charging for their stuff, and it is kind of gross.
Yeah, why they're called Hourglass? Because it just runs out as quickly as time, as sand running through the hourglass. Boom. And like, they told you all along. They warned you. It was there all along.
We were on Earth all along. No. Oh, this next one then. This is Wet n Wild Colour Icon Glitter Single. And I thought of my girl Elena when I saw this review, because Elena had a very negative experience with Wet n Wild, and I feel like this person had a similar experience. So they simply titled their review, Mank Vaseline. Awful. Never have I been so conned in all my life. The minute you touch it, you know you've been dumped. Been duped. Complete fake, weird Vaseline-like stuff with a small layer of sparkle on top, which is gone when you go to swatch it. So therefore, all you've got is some Mank Vaseline. That is the tagline you want for your product. Mank Vaseline.
Mank Vaseline.
New band name.
Yes, Mank Vaseline. That's not really what you want. But then I have a vendetta against Wet n Wild anyway, because they say they're cruelty-free. They are not cruelty-free. Let me tell you, boys and girls, and non-binary pals, the Makeup Revolution Bushy Brow Pen, redder than Gimli's pubes. So when you see the words ash brown, you might think, Ace, a cool toned brown. I'll try that. Well, you'd be sorely mistaken, as apparently to Revolution, ash equals redder than Gimli's pubes. On the plus side, it made my eyebrows look like exotic caterpillars.
I'm going to say I love this reviewer. I think they're bloody hilarious.
Yeah, amazing.
Informative and entertaining. 10 out of 10.
We're now rating the ratings.
Yeah. Like, would look at their reviews again.
Just imagine if you could just follow someone that reviews on like makeup sites. I would be like, yeah, exactly.
Oh, I love that. I mean, I do love you know, we have gotten both natural kind of imagery here of like caterpillars, but we also have a throwback to fiction and to fantasy fiction, you know, a bit of Lord of the Rings. I'm here for it.
I'm very here for that.
So this next one then, this is LA Girl's Fine Line Eyeliner. Helen says, awful quality. And I again like this kind of comparison. This applies like an eyeliner that's been hidden at the bottom of your makeup bag for 4 years with the lid off. The colour is really nice, but attempting any form of precision with this is impossible. It's dry and faded and very smudgy. Disappointing. The only thing I can say is that when it what, Helen?
This is brilliant. She's got the suspense down too.
I need to know.
Creator is writer right here. Suspense built. We are We are on the edge of our seats waiting, Helen.
Part 2 of the review is coming soon. I can only hope. I mean, I do like that she says it's like, you know, an eyeliner that's been left in your makeup bag or in your bag for like 4 years. And I'm like, why are you not cleaning your bag more frequently?
I want to know. I want to know what's going on there, and also why you haven't thrown it away.
Yeah.
4 years.
Is there a sentimental
All the time.
attachment? Like, did a loved one who has since passed give you that eyeliner, and that's why it's staying in your bag?
Hoarding disorder, potentially.
But also, why would you try it then?
It's a good question.
Many questions. But basically, Helen is saying maybe don't buy it. Doesn't seem to work very well.
No. Which is sad because actually I was looking at these like out of my own curiosity a while ago.
Yeah.
But I guess I won't. Thanks, Helen. Saved me £1. So this is the Beautyblender Leveler Primer in tan/deep. So this is by Vintage Fashion Esther. Too hard to get out. I found this too difficult to squeeze out any product. The container is so hard, I had to give it to my hubby to squeeze, and he struggled to get more than a tiny dribble. So disappointing, as what I did get was a nice texture. I'll have to stand on it, I think, or cut the plastic bottle.
I love the idea that every time you want to get your makeup done, you have to get the foundation, put it onto the floor, and
it's like when you're packing and you have to sit on your suitcase as you zip it up.
That's, I'm assuming, what's happening there. Or maybe like you get like a specific press, you know how you can get like walnut crackers and stuff, and you put the foundation into that, and then you have a lever, and you just keep going down and jimmy it down until
that. I mean, this review kind of like slightly just a little bit saucy. So hard, I had to give it to my hubby to squeeze, and he struggled to get more than a tiny dribble.
She got the husband involved.
Fun, all the fun. No, just the couple, or the polyamorous group of people, whatever floats your boat.
Yeah. To all the peeps out there. Look, this was inevitably going to come up. This is the Becca Zero No Pigment Virtual Foundation, RIP Becca. I'm kind of seeing maybe why you're...
the product that dug you into the grave.
Yeah, I remember we had a Patreon Zoom where we were coming up with alternative names to existing makeup products, and this was one of them, and it was quite funny. There were some interesting ones from Rebecca, if I remember correctly. Anyways, Alex just says, don't do it! Don't do what, Alex? I'm normally quite happy to take a risk on products and move on if it's not for me, but this actually made me angry. Feels like Becca are taking us for fools. A brand that I would normally trust, but this is barely a half-decent primer. If you're expecting a colourless version of Trini BFF or Eborian, which I was, it's not. Don't waste your money. I
guess they took inclusivity a bit too literally. They were like, how do we make this ultimately inclusive? We make it transparent. I don't know what they were thinking. I don't know who's worse, the people that created this or people who bought this. Because I get it out of curiosity, like, But
like, I'd try it if it was offered to me.
Yeah, me too. But I wouldn't spend even the reduced price, 25. No, it has nothing. No pigment is not something you want to brag about. It's the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick. Joy says she's shocked. She's tried it twice and her lips needed 1 month to recover. She's never used a lipstick deadly drying like this one. Her lips did not used to be dry, but after this lipstick, she's seriously worried. How does she get her lips back to life? I've not been able to use any lipstick for a month, and every day she has to use a moisturizing lip treatment. So terrible. Choose other brands which are gorgeous instead of this, I think.
The message is there, hidden within the words. It's up to us to discern it. I mean, I do like the idea that she's tried it twice, and then she says it took a month to recover. So is it that she tried it and then took a month, and then tried it again and then took another month?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. What was the timing? Because this is very crucial, you know, when you do the science. We need to know timings. We need to know about the operationalization of what you are doing.
What are the confines? Was it a particular time of the year? Are you going through like air conditioning? Is there a lot of like heating involved in the house maybe?
Have you tried other products which could otherwise explain this reaction? We need to know. Tell us.
It's dramatic to say, like, I mean, I've tried their liquid lipstick. I will say it's not the best formula.
I have one. I wear it with only like over a lip balm, and underneath like a gloss.
Yeah.
Because they are incredibly drying to the point where you can literally like rub them off.
Yeah.
Which like they kind of pill if you do that. And like, so they're not like, you know, they dry down sort of nicely. It's that they're crumbly.
Yeah.
And they do accentuate all the texture that you have on your lips, which personally I have a lot because my lips are dry as heck. So I like the color that I have. And I got it off Sarah. So I mean I think it's like a $5 that because she only swatched it. So for that I'm like, I'm not going to complain. It's a lovely color, but the formula is
for the full price. I wouldn't pay. I mean, anytime I'd like the ones that I got in TK Maxx.
Right, yeah, that's fair.
So I'm okay with that, but I wouldn't go out recommending them to people based upon my experience with them. So
I haven't gone to TK Maxx since I got into makeup, and I'm so excited for when I can finally get into one.
Next one, again from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is their eye primer, 7 mils, and Chaos Undercover. Oh my God, can I just say, love the name. Very dramatic. It says, cakey. I wanted to try it. Now I regret the purchase. The first opening was a disaster. Same. The product unstoppably exploded out. Such a waste. The product itself is very runny, but also a pasty, weird consistency. You just need a tiny bit, but I don't think that it lets itself blend well. It emphasizes every little bit of texture I have on my lid, and it always looks cakey. Going back to the Fenty and the Urban Decay primers. I just like the idea of like it unstoppably exploding out. If we paired that with the Beautyblender experience,
yes. I mean, I think there's a lot of like discrepancies going on here. It's very runny, but also pasty.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, these two
things do not go together. And also, like, I don't know, like, what do you mean it doesn't let itself blend well? Like, it doesn't. We haven't got that far with technology yet. It doesn't self blend. You have to pat your eye primer.
I just love this idea as well of like having a conversation with your primer, and it's going, no, I won't let myself do this. I've done this too many times before, and then you washed me off. I'm not going to blend, thank you. No.
I'm giving myself to you, and you just throw me away.
That's what I think is going on. Like, I know your game.
Yeah, we know. We know your secret. Also, Chaos Undercover, as you said, it's a great name. I am also Chaos. Not undercover, just Chaos.
Yeah. I am over the covers, under the covers, under the sheets, in the sheets, outside, inside.
I am the sheets. Okay, so this is the Aesop Tea Tree Leaf Facial Exfoliant, which, can I just say, sounds like my sensitive skin is burning off just at the thought.
Yeah, tea tree. Oof.
Oh no, and it has walnut shell in it as well.
Yeah.
I think we might have found, you know what, we need to send this to James Walsh.
Oh God, yes. I do love a bit of James.
So this is a review by Joanna. It says, very harsh. The crushed nutshells have really sharp edges that tore into my skin. Even if you use a really light hand and very little product, this is just like scrubbing sharp needles against your skin. It is painful, and I don't feel like this did any good at all. I was very disappointed by this product, and I'm pretty sure I'm not going to use it anymore. I'll just throw it out. We all know because, well, Teresa and I know because we will obsess over the Welsh twins. But because, like, unlike sugar, which is kind of okay sometimes because at least sugar dissolves in water, but these, you don't ever stop having that like rubbing feeling, and people think that that's what makes it work, but really, because they have like jagged irregular edges that are not like rounded off, yeah, you're going to get like micro tears. If you're getting sharp edges that tore into your skin visually, then just think what it's doing on a like smaller scale that you can't see visibly to the eye. And just even that's entering bacteria into places on your skin, and we have to be so careful. I mean, we're in the midst of a pandemic. You don't want to, like, you don't want to be doing this, like. And tea tree, that means that that tea tree is going to penetrate deeper into your layers of skin. You could get burns. Like, people think that because it's like, this is one of those things that to me means it's like, you know, one of the natural products, but natural does not always mean good. No. Like, mercury is natural, you know. Nightshade is natural. I should just be like, mercury, like, not the planet, the chemical. Or the amazing music sensation, Freddie Mercury. Yes, exactly. So, I mean, and it also says, it does say use twice weekly, which, I mean, I guess at least they're not saying use it every day. But for €33 and 30 grams of product, you're paying more than £1 for each gram, more than €1 for each gram of product. Yeah. So I'd say this is not a product that I'd look at and think, oh, I'd even consider it. But I mean, marketing and all that natural stuff, people buy it because
Of this ridiculous thing around clean beauty.
clean beauty.
What does that even mean at this point? It's so silly.
Exactly.
Then we have Alpha H, and they have their Protection Plus Daily Moisturizer SPF 50 plus with pomegranate seed oil, or leaves the caption of "This is tinted," and then says this item is not as described. Nowhere in the description of the product does it mention that it is tinted. I am very pale and always avoid tinted moisturizers. This one is particularly dark and makes me look like I haven't washed in a week. I won't be able to use it, a total waste of money. I would be reluctant to buy from this site again in case other products are not also as described. And I checked the description as well. It doesn't actually say anywhere that it's a tinted moisturizer, so they're not wrong.
That's interesting. I mean, I also don't like that this person put it makes them look like they haven't washed for a week. But then I guess I don't think they mean like skin tone. I think they mean like obviously on them. Then if they put a tinted moisturizer that doesn't match them, then it's going to make them look like they're kind of dirty. It's going to go streaky.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you are wearing something that isn't the right shade on you, it does make you look mucky and odd.
Mucky, exactly. Yeah. So I mean, especially for this price, I mean, this is the 50ml one, which is €46.
Oh.
One, especially like it's a shame as well because like I personally would prefer to wear a separate SPF, but I mean, SPF 50 plus, I'd be tempted to say, and I know this is a good brand, like I've heard good things about it, but that's not what you want. Like, unless it says that it's tinted, then it shouldn't be tinted.
Yeah. I'm jumping in again with another one. This time it's Bad Norwegian and their oil beard. Now, Brian Fielding, who is part of the Cult Beauty staff, has this headline that says, "Best I have ever used," and says, "After trying literally every beard oil and balm available, finally I have found one that works perfectly. After just a week's use, my beard is in great condition, looks tidy, and above all, healthy. The dispenser itself is very cool too, and looks great in my bathroom. Oil is easy to dispense and there is no mess. Now I need to try the other products in this range." Now, Alexandra comes on in and she's like, "Brian, I have a bloody problem with your review. So let me come in and tell you about your review." So she has it down as horrible smell. "Brian, no offense, but I can't believe that you really like it that much." Nobody questioned Brian. He's a Cult Beauty staff. He has no vested interest in this. No, it has the most horrendous smell that I have ever smelt in my entire life, and it also lingers until you wash it off. I got it from my boyfriend, but we both can't stand it. It has such a strong and horrible smell that I can't even bear to kiss him on the cheek. I mean, that might be more telling about your personal relationship, but there you go. And I can't even give it to somebody else because I would feel bad giving this even to my maid. Alexandra, do you have a maid? I want Alexandra's life if I'm 100% honest. There you go. Nobody deserves to be intoxicated by this product. My love, you're not meant to drink it. There you go. Save your bucks. Trust me and not Brian. Ha ha ha!
This is the interaction we live for. Brian, you have been exposed. We don't trust you anymore. Brian Fielding, I will remember for the rest of my life. We don't trust you. You've lost all credibility. I wonder if he got it for free.
Oh, he must have. Yeah.
Or he was like, give this a good review or lose your job.
Oh, an interesting ultimatum.
This is the Charlotte Tilbury Brightening Youth Glow. This review is by Festival Chick, and she says, "Not for me. This youth glow certainly reminded me of my younger days when I put it on. Within about 3 days, I got really bad spots on my chin, let them heal, and tried it again, but the same thing happened. It does give your skin a lovely feel and glow, but overall quite disappointing. It claims to color correct, but it didn't seem to, and blemishes weren't blurred away. For me, this was a waste of money, sadly." I don't know what this is. Is it a serum? Is it a primer? Is it?
I mean, that's always a question. It's an anti-aging, color correcting glow booster.
I'm wondering whether she put it on as like a serum and then she's left it on her skin or slept in it, and it's actually meant to be like a primer or like a tinted thing. I don't know what this is. Charlotte Tilbury is one of those brands that I'm just like, because I don't know, just tell us what this is. Like, I don't know what this is.
It's a brightening, squirreling, buzzwords.
It's a face-eating, monster hunting chicken nugget.
Delicious.
Marketing. See, I should be in marketing.
Oh, obviously. We're wasted. Wasted psychology.
Talent wasted.
Like, this is the thing. I don't, like, when I'm looking at reviews of anything that's Charlotte Tilbury, I'm like, it's so hard to know what it is that you're actually buying because, you know, well, every second word is bloody pillow talk and darling. So,
Yeah.
darling. And then that's not far from Daleks, and then that just brings me to Doctor Who, and then I'm in my happy place again, so I'm okay. This is again Charlotte Tilbury Charlotte's Magic Lip Oil Crystal Elixir, €32.25. Now, if you're interested in this, by the way, I did a bad makeup science on this. I did actually get it because I was interested, because it made all of these crazy claims, like it was going to smooth the lines on your lips and make them plumper, and me being me, I counted the number of lines on my lips and actually measured my lips. Because
I love that.
And I did SPSS.
Oh my god, I love you.
Yeah.
I'm using SPSS today.
Yeah.
Pi squared. They've all turned out significant. I'll tell you about this another time, but we have some interesting stuff.
So I have a bit of an issue with this product anyways, but Cato's man also seems to have an issue and says style over substance. Dreadful packaging. The rollerball tip has fallen off mine, making it completely unusable. Prior to this, I wasn't overly impressed with the contents. Anyway, I get very dry skin at the corners of my mouth, and this actually made them drier. Made my lips slippery and uncomfortable, and the oil spread out from my lips, making me look like I'd been slavering. The only positive thing is the scent. It smells gorgeous, like expensive Madagascan vanilla extract, which is all well and good considering the overpriced nature of the product. This has put me right off Charlotte Tilbury products. I won't purchase anymore. Kind of with you there, Cato's man. I don't know if they still have those crazy claims on this lip elixir, but I remember at the time I had even screenshot it and put it into the video that I was like, excuse me, what's going on? Yeah, Chaza, very expensive for what she is.
Yeah, I mean, it's just very much like, all of her things sound like, you know, it sounds like a bit like the Magic Roundabout or something. Charlotte's Magic Lip Oil, Crystal Elixir, or like a video game, like Charlotte Tilbury, and then it's like colon, and then like the title of the next installment of a game series. This is the Dr. Jart Seeker Pear Tiger Grass Color Correcting Treat. This is by, I don't want to say this wrong, Sheetal, maybe? Disappointed. It should work as a color corrector, but it's opposite of it. It leaves my skin grey. Not happy. I wasted all my money. Okay. I have thoughts about this immediately. Seeker or Tiger Grass. I don't know why it says Seeker Pear Tiger Grass, because that's like saying Seeker Pear Seeker, because that's what it's derived from. So this is like an amazing ingredient, Centella. And it's supposed to help. Well, I don't know about this property of it. I've not come across that before, but supposedly to soothe it and to maybe even out the skin tone a bit over time. But I think there might have been a bit of a misinterpretation going on here. And also calling it a color correcting treatment is also not, like, you'd call it like a, I don't know, like vitamin C is like claims to be like brightening, for example. But I don't think, because otherwise people are going to start using it as like color corrector, and obviously underneath makeup that's going to look great.
Yeah. So obviously not meant to be used as like a primer or color corrector. I do think, I mean, like you're saying, there seems to be a breakdown in communication here as to what this product actually is. But I mean, on the plus side, Voldemort now has a color corrector that's going to work for him, and that's what we've really been looking for on this channel. Inclusivity for Voldemort. Now we have Drunk Elephant. This is the Umbra Tint Physical Daily Defense SPF 30, 60 mils, €34. Laddie, which I'm hoping I'm pronouncing right, says, so disappointing, had high expectations from the brand. They then go on to say, I should have paid more attention to the negative reviews. I figured since it was Drunk Elephant, it would be a good quality product and wanted to give it the benefit of the doubt. But oh boy, was I wrong. And then a little sad face. Had the same negative experience as many others. Tint is too dark and very orange, you end up looking like Trump. Interesting. Consistency is oddly grainy. When you spread it on your face, it peels up and rolls into little bits, even though this is the last layer I put on my face, no makeup on top of it. The only usable application I found for it, to save it from going straight to the trash, was mixing it with a normal white mineral SPF to fix the horrible tint issue and decrease the pilling a bit. Would not buy again. Paula's Choice tinted sunscreens are still my top choice.
Drunk elephant. I back in like a few like even months ago, like I think they're quite overpriced, but I like some of their philosophy in terms of like, as in that they don't put any essential oils, for example, in their products because my skin hates that. But then they came out with all this stuff about eczema and psoriasis and stuff, that they should all be treated the same, and that, you know, it's what you do to your skin that makes those conditions worse. But things like psoriasis can be genetic, so that was a big yikes. So I wouldn't consider them, although it's a shame because some of the products do look like the kind of thing I would like splurge on if I had that kind of money.
I wonder if it's that they're trying to correct the fact that sunscreen can leave like a white sort of a cast. So
yeah, that could be why, I suppose.
And finally, we have Drunk Elephant again. This is their Umbra Sheer Physical Daily Defense SPF 30. It's €33. And Linda gives it 1 star and says, comically bad. Oh, Linda, we're here for this. She goes on to say, I don't even know what to say. Maybe don't start off your review saying you don't know what to say. It comes out of the tube like runny, gritty, greasy paint. Applied to the skin, it curdles. I can't even call it pilling. It's more like it's stringy and curdly, maybe chunky even. I've tried it over serums and just straight on the skin, and it doesn't work either way. It just does not want to cooperate. I don't think this product should have been released. It is just unusable. There are loads of mineral sunscreens that manage to be cosmetically elegant. I don't see how a huge company like Drunk Elephant couldn't manage to make one. Seems that you figured out what to say, Linda. Well done.
You did. You thought about it, you came back and you wrote.
Rather eloquently, I'll say.
I mean, that description made me feel slightly sick.
Yeah. Curdle. You don't want things.
I don't want anything to curdle, like food or skincare or makeup. I don't want curdling.
No.
I'm not Little Miss Muffet. I don't want curds and whey.
No. It's one of those words that's very evocative, isn't it?
Yeah, like it has like inherent like associations with not nice things.
No, don't like. I mean, it doesn't sound great, does it?
No, I wouldn't. I mean, I wouldn't say that this was something that
I'm going to trust Linda on this one.
I think Linda has got a good point.
That is it. We're done. We're finished for this one.
You and I.
I didn't want to tell you this way. But look, lads, as long as there is the internet and as long as there are makeup products, we're going to have more questionable reviews. So help us, because I'm tired. If you see anything, take a screenshot, send it to us. But that's it. Do please like, comment, and subscribe. Go check out Gaia. She's fabulous. I mean, obviously, I wouldn't hang out with her unless I liked her. I am at that point in my life. I am not wasting my time on people I don't like. The benefits of getting older. You tolerate less shite. You do.
I've been like that for quite a few years now. I just don't have the spoons for people. So unless they are my people, no thank you.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm just like, no, I don't have time for you. Can't deal.
No way, peasant. I don't have time.
Do please like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell so that you can see more of this. You know you want to. It's a thing. It's fun. We'll sit down. We'll have schlur. Hopefully at a time when it's not quite so boilingly hot.
It'll cool down enough so that we can drink tea whilst giving the tea.
Yeah, and hopefully I'll have my pants on for the next one. Probably not. Do please share. Because sharing is caring, unless of course it's an STD, in which case, wrap it up. Don't be gross. But that's it.
Let them know on LinkedIn.
Yes. If you watched the last one, you'll know what we're talking about.
If you know, you know.
Yeah. But that's it. And we will see you in the next one. It's bye.